Happy to have with us from Columbia Central, Jordan McDormand, from Napoleon, Dream Forbes, and from Michigan Center, Nora Fleming. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody all ready for the holidays, Christmas break?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Is it like kind of nuts in school right now?
Very.
Yeah.
very busy.
Well, you'll get through the holidays and then right away you'll be putting on a drug summit. How did this drug summit come about?
So it's all about raising awareness about drug and substance abuse among all the individuals, especially teenagers in high school. And it's really just about how bringing people together to all get as one, yeah.
Nora, I was actually at a drug summit at your school a few years ago.
Yeah.
Mr. Hurst came
Yeah.
and talked, and he had a couple of, I think, people who had who were in recovery from drug abuse.
Yeah.
Where's the summit going to be held this year?
It's January 7th at American One Event Center,
Oh, cool. Your three schools will be participating,
Yes.
plus
Other-
Western.
Plus Western.
Western as well.
Mhm.
Do we know how many students are going to be able to come and attend?
So there are about 15 students per school, and there's 4 schools, so there's gonna be a lot of us
Yeah.
actually. And we're hosting it at the American One here in Jackson, because they plan out a whole event for us, which is great. So we have a whole room already planned and ready to go for us to use.
And you have a lineup of speakers.
Yes.
Let's talk about who you're planning to have. You've got speakers with special areas of expertise.
Mhm.
So, Nora, I'll start with you. Who are you? No, you don't know. You're going to tell me. Dream, who are you going to have?
Well, first we have Cody, which is a pastor at Next Gen Ministry in Brooklyn, Michigan. He basically struggled with substance abuse himself and wants to share his story about how it's impacted him and other people in his life. And he shares his story with enthusiasm and passion to make sure no student leaves unmotivated to help.
And that is Cody Moorhead
Mhm.
from Heart of the Lakes Church. And you also have Mike.
Mike and his family started Andy's Angels, which is a non-profit foundation to help communities and educate people about addiction. And he supports recovering addicts and helps them.
He's our leading expert on addiction, abuse, recovery in our community.
Yeah, his son Andy overdosed, and that's why he started it. And they're both named after him.
Right, you are. Jordan, who else do you have?
So I apologize if I pronounce her last name wrong, but we have Sarah Pechanovic, and she is a mother who has experienced firsthand addiction in her household family. She grew up with a single mom, her father wasn't around, and her older brother brought addiction into her family, which affected her life greatly. And her entire goal was to get out of that household. So she went to college, she's trying to make better life. She now has 2 beautiful kids plus more. So she's coming to talk about how if you're going through it, in your household, there's other ways to get out of it and not just stay in the household of kind of the system that she was in. She fought to get her way out, which was great.
Wow, she's been through the mill.
Yes, she has.
This is called next. What do you call it? What do you call it?
Next step.
Next Step Day. What does that mean? Next Step Day. Are we looking ahead?
Yeah, so next step basically is what we use. It's the term we use to talk about what are you going to do in your next step of life. Are you going to say no to what you're doing now if it's unhealthy, especially if it's alcohol and drug abuse, or are you going to take the next step and try and kind of become better with it and evolve in your life to change, break a system that has been around for a long time?
Have you seen in your schools or among people you know, have you seen drug use?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have people tried to offer it to you? Are people trying to get kids to use drugs?
I haven't necessarily, but I've seen it
Yeah.
happen to other students.
There's a
Wow.
lot of peer pressure, and I think it's really important for kids to realize you don't always have to give in to the peer pressure. And at the Drug Summit, we're gonna do a little exercise near the end of it, and we're gonna practice saying no to the peer pressure. And so if somebody asks, you have to practice how to say no.
Is it cool to say no?
Yes.
Yes.
Us parents are terrified that our kids are going to be exposed to something dangerous. And there's so many lethal drugs as well that are out there. Do you feel a responsibility, and do you have confidence in your knowledge and ability to turn away and to be safe from drugs?
Yes,
Yeah, and that's
absolutely.
also why we're doing this program, because the more people that come, and they can spread the word about it, and hopefully acknowledge more people about it, and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully spread it in a good way.
Are you feeling that there are more kids that are getting it, that are understanding the
Yes.
dangers? And
I feel like the more it comes into our school system, the more kids are realizing the side effects of it. There's been reports of multiple kids struggling in athletics from it, getting kicked out of athletics. I think since it's become so prominent in schools, that more kids are realizing the effects of what's really going on with it, and why schools have to push away from it, and why
yeah,
it can't be a thing.
schools, they're being responsible. They're taking on some of this responsibility, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you're all high school kids. What about kids younger? Are you hearing of or seeing that kids in middle school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of a 5th grader that caught with
Yeah.
a vape at my school, and that had to get suspended, and it was crazy to me because in 5th grade that's not what I would
Wow.
have thought about doing. I was worried about what we were going to play at recess, not
Yeah.
whether or not I was going to have a vape on me.
That's scary.
Hmm.
You guys are all involved in school, at your schools, in quite a few ways. First, Jordan, tell me a little bit about what year you are at Columbia and what you're involved in.
I'm a senior at Columbia Central High School, and I'm involved in Champions Day, so I helped start it and now I help run it, and that's a Special Olympics at our school. And outside of that, I'm also involved in our arts program, so musical theater and band, and I'm a part of the trap shooting team.
Trap shooting?
Yes.
No kidding.
Hmm.
Yeah, Mr. May was here on our morning show yesterday. We talked about Champions Day. That's pretty cool. Nora, what about you at Michigan Center? What are you involved in?
I got leadership and student council, NHS, and I'm in sports too. So like right now I'm in competitive cheer, and then softball and track in the spring.
Awesome. What year are you?
I'm a junior.
Okay. And Dream, what about your involvement at Napoleon?
I'm a sophomore at Napoleon, and I play volleyball, and I'm on the powerlifting team, and then softball in the spring.
Oh man, real busy. What year are you again?
Sophomore.
Oh wow. And you're graduating, where
Yeah. Yep. I'm a
going?
senior.
College? Any decisions yet?
No, but I know what field I'm going into.
What?
I'm going into veterinary sciences.
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks for putting on this event, and thanks for sharing information about with us. Will you come back and report on how things go?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Great. Good to have you all here, and thanks to Edwin Payne for being your chaperone today. Appreciate Edwin, thank you.
Thank you.
Working on the Drug Summit happening on January
7th.
7th at the American One Event Center. Jordan McDormand, Dream Forbes, and Nora Fleming.